Alrighty guys, so we are back here on rainy, swampy Gleba. Today we're going to try and get our tree planting started. We're going to try and get some copper and iron production started. Not major production, but at least some production. And if we have the time at the end, maybe we will try and get some science going. I'm hoping that we can get to that point. We'll see. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to go out to the Valley Forge. And the Valley Forge currently is stopped at Gleba because I sent a whole bunch of stuff over for us. I sent some more belts because we were kind of running low on the belts and stuff. And we don't have iron yet there. Same thing with inserters, towers, rail supports. I didn't have a whole lot of rail supports there. Again, we don't have a lot of stones, so concrete and what have you is an issue. Power is definitely an issue. We're gonna temporarily, at least. I know solar sucks here, but you know it's something. We're gonna send. I sent some more raw materials. I sent some more science because this is where we're gonna start doing our sciences at. And then I sent some ammo, some walls, and some lasers and some turrets. So we got that going. Let's get some of this stuff sent down to the planet and get it taken care of so that we can start taking advantage of it. So now, down here, I have organized everything, got everything organized. I made some space because we're going to need some space to take this stuff in. Matter of fact, let me dump that stuff real quick. We're gonna just grab all of this stuff right now and get it put away into chests. I'm not gonna get too crazy about where we're putting it yet because we just need the room for right now so that our landing pad does not completely fill up with all kinds of junk. Okay, so let's get all this stuff sent down because we don't want this sitting around up here for too long. Using up ammo, possibly taking damage. So let's burn through getting this stuff shipped down. I sent a bunch of ammo rounds because again, we're not really producing a lot right now on Gleba. We're still trying to get this to crack this nut and get this figured out and start getting stuff into production down here. I sent some flamethrower ammo. Wanted to give it a try. So that looks to be everything. Let's grab another bunch of it out of here, get it out of there so that we don't end up with a catastrophe of everything all over the ground. All right, there we go. So now, as far as Valley Forge, we are now going to send Valley Forge over to Vulcanus. And the reason we're sending Valley Forge to Vulcanus, and apparently that's a straight shot, which is kind of nice, is because over here on Vulcanus, I made a bunch of turbo belts. Made a bunch of turbo belts, made a bunch of cliff explosives. We're going to go get those and bring those back. And then we're going to send the Valley Forge back off to Novice to be safe and comfy. Okay? So there we go. Now, let us get rid of those. We don't need those right now. We have a crap ton of blueprints here that are junk blueprints. I will address that in a minute once I get rid of them. But I built some stations around Falgora. And the reason I did that, I was not getting enough water, in my opinion, to sustain my needs. Yes, you get water from ice. Ice you get from recycling. So I could do it that way. The thing with that is, then I'm throwing a whole butt ton of other stuff away. Whereas I could turn around and back off on my recycling by just shipping down water. And by just shipping down water, I'm getting it for free once I've built the platform, so it's really no loss, because let's look at these platforms. Here's what I got going. So I got grabbers on the outside, and they're grabbing two things. They're grabbing ice and they're grabbing iron asteroids. Okay? And I've got that set up with the cider combinators that are monitoring the belt, and if it gets low on the belt, it goes ahead and grabs it. So then those are going into grinders, crushers, whatever you call them. The one is sending the ice right straight into here, and that's sending it straight down to the planet. The other one is sending it into, sending the iron into a furnace, and the furnace is making it into ammo, and it's putting it on a belt. And the way I've set these up, I have this line here so that when these come out of here, the extra asteroids that it kicks back, they stay on the same side of the belt as the asteroids that are coming off the grabbers. That way I can keep the outside just ammo, the inside just asteroids. I've got two sets of that, one up there, one down there. And then I have reprocessing going on. So I'm taking the iron asteroids off, crushing them back up, and sometimes that's giving me ice and what have you. So it's a way to redo the iron, and it's a way to redo the carbon that you get from reprocessing the iron, so that I can get the maximum amount of water I can. And like I say, once this is built, it funds itself. It pays for it. It makes its own ammo. It sends water down. It's basically free water at that point, without having to recycle anything on the planet and what have you. Because if we go down there to Falgora, yes, I can recycle stuff, but ice is 5%, right? So I get all this other crap in excess just to get the ice. To me, that's a waste. So this way I can now turn around and go over here, and I can turn this train off. And I can say manual. And when I need a bunch of stuff, then I can turn the train back on and start chewing through the recycling. But I don't have to. That saves me from having to chew up this patch and move to another patch. I can live off of this patch for a while until I get to the other ones. There's no sense wasting stuff into recycling just to waste it. That's my opinion. There are other opinions on the subject, and that is mine, and I play my game the way I play my game. One thing, a side note here, I'm probably talking a little funny. I just came back from the dentist about an hour ago. So I'm going to try and do this without biting the living crap out of myself, because my one side of my face is still completely numbed. And I'm going to try not to bite my tongue, literally. All right, so we got a couple of things, like I say, that I want to do. We're going to go up here and we're going to grab these walls that came down. Now, I don't know. I thought I shipped walls down. Oh, I did ship walls down. There they are. And we're going to grab these. We're going to grab this. Grab these. Grab these. What the heck? Let's grab that and put it in there. Now, here's the thing. These little creepy crawlies, okay? These guys, resistance 50% to laser. This is 50% to laser, 50% to laser, 50% to laser. All of those are. Those are 50%. Those are 50%. Okay, these are all the little creepy crawlies. That's what we're dealing with right now, is the pentapod creepy crawlies. And they are resistant 50% to laser. So that leads me to believe I could shoot them with the other turrets, with the projectile turrets. But the thing is, I'm not making a lot of projectiles. So I'm going to try with the lasers for now. But then when we get up into the strafers and the stompers, which... Do the stompers remind anybody else but me of the mind flayers from Stranger Things? That's the big mind flayer beast from Stranger Things, in my opinion. But anyway, these guys, they have laser, but they also have physical resistance. So we're starting to get up into physical resistance, and then impact resistance. So at some point we're going to have to get bigger stuff, and I guess a lot of people use rockets on these bastards. But for these smaller ones, I think we'll be okay with lasers. I'm hoping we'll be okay with lasers anyway. So we've got that. You know what else we want? We want. If I know we sent some down, I thought, or are they over here? I did sort my power stuff out. Let's grab those. I'm grabbing the small poles because here we get wood, and we're going to be making copper, so we can afford to use the small poles too. The other thing I'm going to want is we're going to want a bunch of landfill, because we are dealing with a bunch of swamps and stuff on this planet, and we want to be able to build stuff. So let's go over here and let us get. You know what? Let's do this first. Sorry, guys. Let's do this first, because by doing this first, then we can have it ready for when stuff comes over. We want this, we want this, we want this, we want this. Yeah, okay. So let's talk about iron. And iron, we can make iron. We can make this iron bacteria, which makes iron, from jelly. And we can make the copper from mash, right? So we are up here already making the jelly, making the mash. It's coming down here, and it's available right here. So what I'm thinking is if we bring this out here and we bring it down here and we bring it over here, right? Then the jelly and the mash are going to come down here. Okay. I can. Let's do it one off. Let's. We were right the first time. Let's do this. Let's bring this out by one. Okay. And then this one is going to make. Okay, so jelly. We're going to keep it on the side. I know the machine puts it on the other side. We're going to keep it on the same side as the machine. Okay. So if we do, that's jelly, right? And that's copper. Okay. So then we bring that into there and that into there, right? Now, that's going to bring that, excuse me, down to here. And we're going to have spoilage come out. We're going to have copper bacteria come out. So we got to put the spoilage. You know what? Hang on. Right here and here. I'm sorry. So that and that. So then I can take this and I can go here and here. And that's our spoilage belt, right? So we tell this, where is it? Spoilage. Okay. So that's going to bring our spoilage and get rid of our spoilage. But that's only from there. We need to get spoilage off of this belt as well. So let's do this. We can also put one there, right? And then any spoilage that ends up coming down here will get put on there. Any spoilage out of here gets put on there. Any spoilage out of here gets put on there, right? So that's got us there. And then that shouldn't back anything up because that'll come all the way to here. Right. And then that will come out of here. And let's go into a chest because this bacteria has to mature into iron. So I'm gonna put both in my filters in case some of it matures in the machine into iron. But we're gonna put the iron and the and the what you call it in there, the bacteria, and we're going to do the same thing over here. Oops. We're going to do copper bacteria and copper into the chest, and then out of the chest we're going to do just iron and just copper. Okay, that way anything that's the bacteria gets to mature, and then we're going to dump that into a furnace, and then we're going to do plates, iron plates, and copper plates, and there we go. So now I believe that should bring our jelly and our mash down here to where we are making these guys. Once we're into this, we don't have to worry about rot, because it rots into iron, so we're good. All right, so I think we got it set up, and I wanted to get that done first because when we start sending this stuff down, this is where it's going to go. Now we can do that also in these guys, in those bio chambers, but we don't have nutrients really dialed in yet. We're sporadic on getting our nutrients, and they die really quickly. So we don't want that. Now I'm going to go down here. We're going to clean up all of this stuff. Let's do it this way. We don't want to grab that, but we want to grab most everything around it. And then this stuff, we'll just go ahead and throw it on the belt right now. Just to get rid of it. Just to get it out of our hands so it doesn't rot. It goes over there, what have you. And what we're going to do here, how much of this is there? This should be the last one. Right? Okay. Good. So now, these are the blocks we want to save. So we don't want to build within those blocks. We want to build outside those blocks. So we didn't go out far enough here. All right. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off for now, so that we can really kind of dial in where we want to run all this stuff. We're going to pick up all the landfill, etc., etc. We're going to dump this stuff out of our hand. Come on. Last one should be. Alright. Alright, so we want to put our lasers and our walls outside of that area. Now the other thing we want to do is, I got more of this soil, or I got not more of, but I actually got some of that soil. So we want to fill in this. Now, here's the thing with this stuff. It appears to me that it's just like landfill. So if I've got it, the smallest one, it's going to take 9 to do each of these squares. Right? So now I can plant the stuff there as well. But I can't fill in that one. So we're going to have to make a lot of this stuff to be able to fill in more of this stuff. But that's going to give us places that we can now plant. But see how this one's got partial, but it's not completely full? What I'm going to try and do is take that one out and see if I can now plant it here. No, not going to give us enough. Oh well. I was hoping we get another square, but I guess not. Alright, so, like I say, we want to put the lasers outside of that radius. So if we stand right at the edge of it, we know it's got to go at least here. But I want to be able to go past that so that we've got some space. So if that's the area there, and that's double the area, right? So putting it here gives us 2 spaces outside of where we want to be. So that's kind of where we want to start laying our stuff down. Now, ultimately, we're probably going to want more farms than just that. So then we're going to want a wall just beyond our laser, right? And then we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to stand right at the edge of it. So that's the edge of it. So we're going to go 1, 2. So now we know where we want to be. Clear this section out. Clear down here out. Not that there looks like there's anything there. But now, oh, and there's a little tiny stick there, isn't there? Is there something there? What's stopping us? Nothing. Okay, so that's land that we can build on then, apparently. Right? Alright, so we can bring this over here. And then we can bring our wall right? So that's what our plan is to do that on all 4 sides. So, oh, that's bigger than we wanted it to be. Easily bigger than we wanted it to be. Because we want it here and here. So we're bigger. I don't want to waste. So we're out a little too far. Okay. That's it right there. That's where we want to be. So let's go over here. Here. So there is where we want to be. And that was swampland, right? So that's why we can't fit, yeah, wetland. So, and then that should give us up. We need one more space to give us the wall. Not the landfill, come on. The wall. Right, so there's the wall. All right, so that's where we want to be on that side. And then on the bottom, we want to be here, right? So then we want to be here. And wall. And then on this side, here is here. Right there. Now we can fill in what we need to fill in. Rid of that. All right, so then okay, get rid of these guys. Seriously? These little stick things are a pain in the... They are a pain in the... Right, so there we go. So now we are completely surrounded. Stupid little sticks. Right? No. What did we hit there? What is it saying we can't build on? Alright, so let's go down one more down here, just so we can keep it even. So we can have lasers all the way in the corner. Alright. Let's try this again. There. Now. Wait. Are we not? Okay, because we didn't measure from there. So we may have to do... Seriously? Yep, we got to go over one more on this side as well. Because I want lasers all the way up into the corner. Alright, there we go. Now we can put lasers down. Right? Now we can put down poles. And that should give us poles all the way around. Okay, right, so that's poles all the way around. Now we just need to bring our stuff out, and we decided that this was going to be the best spot to bring it out at before, so it's going to continue to be the best spot to bring it out at. We just need to, well, you know what? There we go. Right? And then theoretically should be a stack inserter. And then so that we don't lose the integrity of our wall, further away from my wall I can be, the better I think I'm going to be. I don't know for certain, but certainly seems to make logical sense to me. Right? So now I can take that we're going to get rid of this part of it because I don't know that that's necessarily where we're going to have it coming in and out over at the other spot. But that's what we're going to have it at for here. And then I think what I'm going to do, since we're already losing these two, we're going to do that. So that's one less planting space that we lose because of this, right? So that should be all done with the exception of firing it up, right? Okay, so that's done. Let's go over and do the other one. How are we doing on time? Been a half an hour. We're good. Oh, and we got one more that we can put up there. Well, that's cool. We'll do that when we go back because we got to go place seeds. But before we do that, let us go down here. Oops, we passed it. Where is it? There it is. And we're going to pull this stuff up because we don't know where we want to go right now. Pull up this landfill. Rather than make a freaking mess all over hell and back here, we're going to pick it up this way. Because if we do it with the bots, then they are going to make a mess. Alright, so now, let's grab what we can here. Okay. Yeah, I know. And then we'll grab, where is it? Oh, it's this one. All right, so if we do that, and we put that down, All right, so that should have likewise, yes, so we're outside of our growing area. Um, yeah, because then we can still get a belt in there. We'll just have to right. Unfortunately, we're going to lose wherever we run it. So we're just going to have to run it right up there. We lose out wherever we put it, unfortunately. We're just going to have to sacrifice those 3 squares, right? That's, you know, the way it is. All right, so now, where can we put this? Right there. All right, so now that's power, right? We don't have any seeds for any of it. So let's go back over here. Let's get rid of the fruits that are in our pocket. No sense wasting them. So that's these guys. And that's these guys. Get rid of that. Now, that should have, and then we'll do here, and we'll do here. That should be all of that. This goes there. This goes there. All right, so now we're making both of those. That's coming in there. The only thing we're not making, well, yeah, we are. We're making bioflux now too because we got that going. So now let's grab our seeds. And if we go over here, and we dump our seeds in there. It's all we can fit for now. So this guy's going to go around and plant all of this stuff and harvest it. And that's going to come back to us. Now the only thing we don't have going right now is automatically putting the seeds back in there. We'll have to figure that one out. But for now, we got it planting seeds. Now the other issue we have is that right now we're getting 1 for 1. We're getting 1 seed per tree essentially back. The way the percentages work out, we get a 2% chance per Yakima fruit to get a Yakima seed. There's 50 fruit in a tree, so we have 1 seed per tree coming back to us, basically. We're not increasing the number of seeds we have. So we're going to have to eventually have a better way to make our seeds. And I believe that there are better ways to make our seeds. We can do a jelly nut processing, which we do it in a biochamber, gives us more. And I believe there is also another way of doing it. Grows into jelly stem, plant it by that. Alternative recipes. I think we can get more that way. It's 4 jelly nuts, or 4 jelly gives us a 2% chance per seed versus this gives us. No, I know there's another way to do this that gives us more. I'll just have to figure it out. We'll have to look into what that is. Because at some point we want to be able to grow more of these trees, I think. Right now, not so much, but eventually we do. Let's get rid of the rest of these seeds that we have in our hand. And these guys are growing. That's already at 40%. Not bad. So that's going to start to give us that, right? And that's going to start to give us that. So now, let's look at this science. So we need bioflux, and we made pentapod eggs. Well, now that we are making both of those, we don't have a lot of it right now. We've got, some, but we can take this bioflux and we can make some more science. So let us do this. Let us go over here. Now that we've got that going, get rid of that stuff. Get rid of that stuff. Get rid of the belts. Get rid of the inserters. Get rid of the power. I am gonna go up. I'm probably gonna go out and do it off camera. There's no sense sitting here doing it with us. And I am going to install the rest of these panels and the rest of these accumulators up here in this area as best I can. I don't know whether that's inviting attack. It doesn't seem like they go after us. It seems like they go after wherever this pollution is being created, or not really pollution. It's what you call it? It's spores, but that's what they're going to go after. So as we do this more, that's going to grow. But I think that's going to keep them from coming after us. I think they're going to go after these two things. So that's going to be where our defenses need to be. At least that's kind of my understanding of it. So now, in order to make science, we need a biochamber. And we're going to need nutrients in the biochamber. And that's going to make science. And that's going to output the packs. It may have some spoilage out, which is not that one, it's the next one. So let's move this one more. Grab a red-handed. So if that's going to be spoilage, if we get any spoilage, it'll come out of there. This is going to be nutrients. So we got a lot of nutrients now, looks like, but it's going to turn into rot and it's going to go back and we'll be okay. So tell this, pick up nutrients. Tell that to drop that. Tell that to give us science. We're going to have to hand jam this for right now, but we're not going to have a lot of it anyway. And the only thing we got to do is to give it power, and it'll turn on. But we're not ready for that yet. Let us grab that and put that in there, though, so that when we come back with eggs, it'll be ready to make science. Okay? So now let's go over here because I saw some of these guys over here. We're going to go over here and try and get some eggs. We're also going to go plant this remaining piece of yuccama, whatever. Does that give us enough? Still doesn't give us enough. That's okay. We can start making it now. But this is definitely doing its thing. And these are an hour for spoil time. So it doesn't matter. They should be fine on the belt for now. So let's go up here and let us get some eggs. Oh, this is one of those guys. These flying things, if anybody knows, of course, by the time I hear from you guys, it'll be a ways down the road. But anybody know any way to take care of these flying things? It's a better way of doing it. Let me know. All right, we got 11 eggs. Gosh, do we want to... Let's see what's in that big one up there. Let's see if we can see what's in that big one before we go messing with it. Oh, that's one of those guys. I don't know that we want to mess with that guy right now. But we can go up here and maybe get this guy. All right, we got that guy. What's that give us? That gives us 20. I don't want to take too long because we only got a limited time before these guys do their thing. I wonder if shields would help with these guys. Okay, looks like we can shoot them. Alright, let's get out of here. This is going to take a while to get up where we're going. Let's take these back, get rid of these eggs so they don't explode in my pocket again. Right, and then we got to turn that on because we need nutrients. Let's grab these nutrients here, put them in. All right, we're making science. So where are we getting science? Where are we getting nutrients coming back on this line? We should not be getting nutrients on this line. We should only be getting spoilage. Where did the nutrients come from? Nutrients down here, over here, up here, over here. Where are these nutrients coming from? They're coming from here. Why are they coming from here? This should only be... No, they're not. They're coming from over here somewhere. No, they're coming from several places. They should not be coming from anywhere, because that's filtered. Oh, shit. Alright, I know what happened. I accidentally clicked, and you couldn't see it because the pole was in the way. I rotated that line. Now we're okay. Man, I hate it when I do that. I'll be floating over something and accidentally hit the R key. It's like the worst thing in the world. But it looks like now we should be getting iron, right? We're getting iron. We're getting copper. All right, so we sort of got it set up. We just have to figure out a way to get these guys and these guys back to their respective plantations. I wonder if the creepy crawlies on this planet go after your bots. If the creepy crawlies on your planet leave the bots alone, I could set up a logistics network to go to each of these to deliver the seeds. Because the seeds, it wouldn't matter how long the bots take to get there. The seeds don't rot. Oh, sugar. The other thing we got to do is Valley Forge. How are we doing on this? Because we've been letting it sit here. It stopped at Vulcanus. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to tell it we want 2,000 belts, 200 of these, 200 of these, and 400 of these. All right? So Valley Forge, we want cliff explosives. Where's our cliff explosives? Is it... Which one is it under? I'm being blind right now. Alright. There's explosives. Alright. CLI. Right? And we said 400 of those. And we want 2,000 of these. And we want, did I say, or not these ones, 2,000 of these ones. And then we said 200, I believe, and 200, I believe. Right? Let's look. Vulcanus. 2,000, 200, 200, 400. And why are we not? Because of that. Right? So now if we look at Valley Forge, 2,000, 200, 200, 400. Okay, we're good there. As soon as that gets done, I will send it over to Gleba, and we will have what we need. I may add some more stuff to this depending on what we do, but that's got that. That's got that. Let's throw this science in here. Where is it? Oh no, our science is starting to rot. Shit. Yeah. All right. Science. All right, guys. So there it is. I need to make a way to get that out of there, but we'll do that off camera. So there we are. We're making some science. We're making some trees, and we got some sciences picked. So I will see you next time. All right, bye.